Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. So it's been rumored that Toby has been very, very devastated over the fact that her very best friend that she had asked to pick something from the palace for her went back to, establish a communication with the Oni of Ife. Now, here is the rumor we are hearing, okay? It is rumored that, when this lady came from the UK for Omugwo, and they celebrated, they said she came a month before Toby had the babies, okay? And you do know that Toby had left the palace to her parents' house before, months back, okay? Of course, we do know the reason. The reason is that Ooni of Ife is not supposed to see, his newly born children, okay? It's a tradition for them. So when this lady first came, they said because Toby couldn't come to the palace, Toby had sent her to her apartment in the palace to come and pick some of her belongings that were very necessary that she forgot in the palace. And that was the first access she had into the royal family. Now, apparently, when Toby sent her from Lagos, she maybe if she delayed or was it deliberate or not, I don't know. Okay, as we are hearing the news, she now got to the palace in the evening and she had to stay over in Toby's apartment. And the next day she was able to pick the things and she left. Now, something happened during that period. They said, the vehicle that was supposed to take her back to Lagos, she said something had happened to the vehicle and all of that. So they had to stay another day. And she went the third day to Lagos, even when Toby was expecting her on that day. So it was that day that she waited, that she was able to see the Ooni of Ife, establish a relationship with the Ooni of Ife. And they said she came in with a proposal. And she delivered the proposal to the Ooni of Ife. Now, you do know that, when bloggers talk about the Ooni of Ife, some people will think that it's just so easy. You can just enter there and see Ooni of Ife and talk to Ooni of Ife. It's not, Ooni of Ife is not so easy to see Kabiyesi. It's important for people to bear this in mind because the man is so reverend. Like a lot of people have to book appointment and wait forever to be able to see that man. So it was an opportunity. That meeting, that stay in the palace was an opportunity where she had to see Kabiyesi. Apparently, the entire time while she was in the UK, she's been trying to hash plan to see Kabiyesi. She saw Kabiyesi that evening because, of course, Toby had already informed the husband that she was sending somebody to pick some things and all of that. And that evening, she got to Kabiyesi. Then, if there's something that a lot of these women are using to enter Kabiyesi, from what I heard, if you look at Kabiyesi, Kabiyesi is a man that has a great sense of humor, and he is so super, super intelligent. Now, when I keep talking, you see, I stress about his intelligence so much, is because I have come one-on-one with people who know this guy. The man is super. Kabiyesi is a brilliant man, very brilliant man. And they say something to it that he likes very brilliant women. Yes, so he likes brilliant women. So they already know that he's got a great sense of humor. So when you want to enter him, you know how to enter him. You have to work on your sense of humor. You have to work on your, your mental capacity and all of that, because they said when you stay with Kabiyesi, he's really engaging, like super, super engaging, okay? And so this girl, of course, she's schooled in London and all of that, and these are the kind of people that Kabiyesi, and the girl already knew that Kabiyesi would like her. Yeah. And what we heard was when she went, she used that opportunity. The night she said the car spoiled was the night that she met with Kabiyesi, handed over a proposal to Kabiyesi, a proposal that had her number and everything. Right then and then, Kabiyesi saved her number as Olori Tobi's friend. And they started talking. And, for somebody who has come with a proposition, there is a tendency that you will call back, or especially if you are interested in the proposition, that you guys will talk back and forth, which was exactly what happened. And they said that was how this girl started talking to Kabiyesi. And she now went back to Lagos, did not tell Toby anything. What happened, what transpired, and all of that, she didn't tell Toby. So it was after they found out that this girl is has been going back and forth. They said one of those occasions again, Toby was right there in Lagos. Like after Toby's given birth to this child, that the lady came to Ife and waited to meet with the Ooni of Ife. But because she had entered the palace before, they've seen her as Toby's friend. Nobody saw anything wrong with letting her, and she was able to see the Ooni of Ife. She saw the Ooni of Ife, and they had their talk that was centered on the proposal, and they said it was like late at night. Allegedly it was getting late, and Oni had to make recommendation for her to go and sleep in a Jaja hotel. She came back the next day, and with this sense of humor thing that I'm talking about, friendship don't start like that. Mhm. Friendship don't start like that. And these women, it's important for you to know that they don't question Kabiesi. You don't have the audacity to question Kabiyesi. And apparently that's the problem that Auntie Ikpi has had, being so bold, and they don't. Who are you to question him? You feel talk when Kabiyesi they talk. I do know that when bloggers are talking, a lot of us on this street make it seem as if anybody can get up and talk to him. You don't have the capacity. So who is going to question Kabiyesi? Who is going to tell Kabiyesi that she should not be seeing this girl, or she should stop seeing the girl, and all of that? They say friendship don't start the girl. Now they say when she now went back to Lagos, Toby had already gotten all the vibes. Like this girl has been coming to the palace. They said Toby cried and cried and cried and cried and started wahala with this girl. And they said the girl said she is not. Nobody has the right to stop her from seeing Kabiyesi. Yes, that Kabiyesi is a good man. And if Kabiyesi does not tell her to stop going to the palace, if Kabiyesi does not tell her to stop seeing him, if Kabiyesi does not do this, Kabiyesi does not do that, nobody, not even Toby, say she and Toby, it was not a small wahala, back and forth movement. Toby was crying and crying and crying and crying. And then the next thing, she moved her things out of Toby's house. Now she moved her things out of Toby's house. She went to go and stay maybe in her own family house in Lagos that night. The next night, where did the girl appear? Palace that she wanted. She was preparing to go back to the UK, and this was what happened. Now she now brought her problem from Toby's house to come and narrate to the Ooni of Ife, to tell Ooni of Ife how Toby threw her out, how this. And Kabiyesi was like, why would you throw your friend her out? A friend that came right away from Lagos to see you, and you treat her this way and all of that. And that was it. But the girl didn't say that, Toby threw her out because of what she is trying to do, like the fact that she's trying to take Toby's man from her. And they say Toby has been so overwhelmed with emotions, like really devastated. Like, what is this? What is going on? How dare you? How could you do something like me? And like this to me, somebody that I trust so well. And right now, that relationship between the girl and Kabiyesi is there. Like they have formed some kind of relationship, some kind of bond, and they are talking about the business proposal that she brought to the Ooni of Ife, talking about a whole lot of stuff and all of that. And now they say she left again from the palace and went back to wherever she went back. That 2 days later, she came back to the palace. Yeah, she came back to the palace. Now, when she was asked why she was, moving from point A to point B, why she was always coming to the palace, she said she's waiting for her approval. And when she came to the palace, they said she came and she was hosted, like lodged in one of those chalets where Ayabas are staying, and that she has been there. Now, this will not be the first time we are hearing rumor like this. We heard about that surrogate mom the other time, and now this one again. And I feel like, what is this? Like, it is really, really not fair. And I don't know what to say about this. If this information is true, I think that it will be so unfair for a bestie to treat somebody this way. But at the end of the day, it's like like, okay, it's somehow still okay for you to test what other people feel because it's not that easy. But the truth remains that these women need to bear in mind that Kabiesi will marry as many wives as possible. My beautiful Olori Naomi, if Naomi comes back to the palace, she will also have to understand that there is a likelihood that Kabiesi marries as many wives as possible because he is king and he does whatever he wants to do. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.